But now it's kind of look forward to 2019, isn't it? And it's kind of a cliche. I know. Look back on the year past and look forward to the year coming up. It is so cliche, I hate to even talk about it, but it's a good time of year to do that. I'm not going to spend too much time looking back on 2018, but I do want to look ahead to 2019. And I have some things on my list, my personal to-do list, and they're not New Year's resolutions by any stretch of the imagination, because I think New Year's resolutions 99% of the time do not get, they don't go through. People don't stay up with them. So these are not resolutions. These are goals. These are things that, in my mind, I will do for 2019. Number one, I want to get healthy. I want to get healthy. I want to lose weight. I figure I'm 60 years old. Whatever shape I can get myself into now is what I'm going to be in the next 20 years, right? Probably my last, realistic chance to really lose weight and get myself in shape. And I'm working on it. I mean, I've lost 42 pounds in the last 5 weeks, so I got a pretty good plan going here. People say, how are you doing it? Well, I'll tell you eventually. I'm just not quite ready to talk about it yet. But that part I'm feeling very, very good about. Also, for 2019, I want to spend more time on the water. I want to spend as much time on the water this spring and summer as I possibly can. I want to put as many hours on the Angler Quest as I possibly can. I feel like every summer I spend as much time out there as I'm able to. But again, this year I want to spend more time on the water, more time on the Angler Quest, chasing my beloved Saginaw Bay walleye. I want to find, and this breaks my heart to say this, I want to find a replacement for deer hunting. I know, it sickens me to say that. I have tried so very hard to regain my passion for deer hunting, and I just can't do it. The best I can hope for at this point is to keep some kind of an interest, enough to get me out there in the woods 2 or 3 days. But my passion is gone, and I know at this point, realistically, it's never coming back. And you know why? Because there is too much drama in deer hunting today. And the anti-hunters didn't do this to us. We did this to ourselves. And it saddens me, it disgusts me, it sickens me. So here's how I've lost my passion. Number one, the fight over mandatory antler point restrictions. I made a couple of comments a year or so ago saying I was against it, and I still am, and immediately became the target of vicious attacks by the mandatory antler point restriction zealots. And I tried to get along with these guys, and I don't mean to paint the whole group, right? Some of the key people, and not the leadership, because I think that I get along just fine with the leadership, but some of the mouthy guys on the edges that never quite let things go. So they've kind of targeted me, and they won't let up on it. And it has really taken my joy out of deer hunting. Anti-social media. Now, look, I need Facebook. I need Instagram. I need YouTube. I need podcasts. I need these things to try to get the biggest audience that I can. But with the good comes the bad. And I don't care what kind of a buck you shoot, you post it online, and somebody, usually a lot of somebodies, aren't happy with it. It's either not big enough, it's not mature enough, or it's too big, and they think you shot it behind a fence or something like that. It's no longer a valid harvest unless you, number one, have trail camera pictures of the deer when it was alive, unless you have sheds from the years before, unless you shoot it over a food plot, unless it's mature, and unless you've passed it the year before. And I can't wrap my brain around it. I just keep thinking of when I was a kid, sitting on a stump, and if a deer came by and he was a buck, you shot him and you were so proud of it. Where is that today? It's gone. And we did it to ourselves. So I'm looking for a replacement for deer hunting. Maybe upland bird hunting. I used to love to hunt pheasants, grouse. I don't have a dog. I don't have an upland dog, so probably that's not going to happen. Fall fishing. Now there's a decent valid replacement right there. Fall fishing. What about predator hunting? That's something I've always wanted to get into, but I really haven't. That might be a nice option. Goose hunting. I'm not talking about goose hunting out on the bay. I'm talking about field hunting for geese. I have a lot of friends who are hardcore, even experts at this, and they say, Avery, come with us. You will like it. You will love it. And I think that might be on my list. I think maybe that might be something I'm going to do more of this fall. Small game hunting. Squirrels, rabbits. How did we get away from that? How did I get away from that? So I'm looking for a replacement. That's on my goal. That's on my list. That is a goal for 2019. Again, I don't expect that I will be out of the deer woods completely. I will get out there a couple of days just to try to continue to be part of the tradition. So we'll see. Here's a goal that I'm very, very excited about. Nothing against my dart and toxin crossbow. I love it. I have nothing but respect for dart and archery. But this year, at least for turkey and bear seasons, I am putting down my dart and toxin crossbow, and I'm picking my Michigan-made Hunter's Niche Predator recurve bow back up. Now, that is quite a commitment, because if you've hunted with a recurve, you know how much time it takes to become proficient. A few years ago, I hunted the entire season with a recurve, and I loved it. I was able to shoot a beautiful longbeard, a beautiful turkey, on the last day of the season. After missing 3 birds, I finally got a longbird a half hour before the end of the season. One of the most rewarding hunts I've ever had. I have never killed a bear with a bow. I have with a recurve. Geez, I don't think I've ever killed a bear with a gun. Now that you think of it, they've all been with bows, but never killed a bear with a recurve. I have bear hunted with a recurve, but never had a shot. And to be honest with you, bear hunting, as much as I love it, is starting to get harder and harder for me to get as much of a thrill out of it, because I've killed enough bears now. I've killed a couple of pretty nice bears. So I'm looking for some way to spice that up. And my goal this year is to shoot a bear with my Predator recurve, which means I'm going to have to put a lot more time into shooting than I had the last few years when I was shooting a crossbow. But I'm really excited about it. To me, there is nothing more basic, more pure, more instinctive than walking out in the woods with this lightweight piece of wood and string in your hand, no rangefinder, no sights, just you and your instincts that hopefully you have honed over hour after hour of shooting. So those are 2 big goals for this year. Really excited about that. And my last goal, I'm going to win the Pure Michigan. I'm going to win the Pure Michigan hunt. I'm telling you what, before I'm done, I am going to win the Pure Michigan hunt. And when I do, everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's rigged. Avery has worked with a DNR." I have worked with a DNR, but if I win, when I win, it's not going to be rigged. And why do I want to win the Pure Michigan hunt? Because I want a Michigan bull elk tag, and I know the only way that's going to happen is through the Pure Michigan hunt. By the way, time is rapidly running out. Time is running out to get your Pure Michigan hunt applications in. They're $5. You can do them online or in person. You can apply multiple times. And if you win, or like in my case, when I win, I will win a Michigan bull elk tag, a Michigan bear tag, some special preferences at the waterfowl hunts around the state, which I would probably give to somebody else, guided turkey hunt or credit towards bear hunt, and $4,000 worth of gear. I've only got till the 31st. So, and if you're listening on the podcast after the 31st and you didn't apply, I'm so sorry. I have a very slow-paced show coming up this week. Somebody described it as a Christmas hangover. Yes, I think, because this is the day after Christmas when we're recording. Never had a drop of alcohol, and I have a Christmas hangover. Coming up after the break, president of MUCC and member of UP Whitetails, George Lindquist, coming up right here on Outdoor Magazine.